In the darkness, Chinese warships are already in pursuit. Sunrise reveals a naval destroyer armed with torpedoes and missiles, sending its own message to the Canadians.
You have entered China's contiguous zone.
Now, as we make this crossing, we are flanked by Chinese warships on the horizon. One there, one quite close to us here, and another one just off to the right side of HMCS Ottawa.
China claims ownership not just of Taiwan, which it one day may take by force, but also this vast body of water between its mainland and the island. Canada is among many nations which disagree, arguing international law requires the strait be open to all.
We're a long way from our own shores. We're quite close to China's shores. Why is it important for Canada to come across the world to do this?
Moving through the Taiwan Strait is to demonstrate a free and open Indo-Pacific.
Just look at all the cargo vessels which rely on access, through which billions in trade pass every year. China argues the Taiwan Strait is an internal matter and wants other countries to butt out. Canada says this analyst is among those pushing back.
China could need to think twice about doing something as long as, as this issue gets more global.
It's drawn right now.
The crew of HMCS Ottawa spent months secretly preparing for this crossing, not expecting trouble, but ready in case it came. During a similar crossing in June, the Chinese Navy vessel on the left overtook and cut off this U.S. Navy ship.
Course 220, sir.
On this weekend's voyage, the U.S. guided missile destroyer sailing in front of the Canadians did suddenly jerk away. Concerned this Chinese fishing vessel had unusual radar systems and may actually be surreptitious military surveillance.
Good ships.
The Chinese warships weren't the only ones paralleling the Canadians. On the opposite side, a Taiwanese naval vessel, leaving Canada sandwiched between the two adversaries. Ultimately, the crossing went as planned, the heavily armed vessels steering clear of one another, all sides safe in their maneuvers.
David, was this more about sending a signal to China?
Absolutely, Ian, and part of a larger geopolitical game. The West versus China, when you look at everything that is happening in that dynamic, this is just where it is playing out in perhaps a more visceral sense. The idea is sending that message that all ships should be able to traverse this area, pushing back against some of China's claims on territory, on waterways, and it is quite likely we are going to see more of this play out at sea. Ian.
David Common on HMCS Ottawa on the South China Sea.